Shut up. Shut up. Who said long intro? This is long. Clump. Long intro. Nigtro. It's coming the wrong way. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I made it do that. I'm taking in everything you guys chatted so far. Hold on. Oh, great. Distinction's up to his old shenanigans. Yeah. Distinction, I what's it called? Revert? What's it called when you take there's a stream and then you dig a trench and then make the stream go in a different direction? What's that called? Because I do that to you with my shut up. That's to you, distinction. Shut up. This isn't a debate channel. Nobody wants to hear your crap. If you want to debate people, talk to someone smart. I'm dumb. Remember?
He was being nice.
Oh, he was being nice?
He's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Maria said you're fine.
He did say there's pro-Orthodox propaganda that's very strong.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he's not being that bad.
I'm not Syrian, I'm Irish. Today I'm Irish. I'm looking differently now because I got this huge monitor for free and I have it vertical with the chat on top. I think I should make the chat be on the bottom, maybe. Sorry, I talked like a real Pennsylvanian just then. I think I should make the chat be on the bottom, actually. Yeah, dude.
Oh, the word you were looking for is divert.
Divert. Tiffany Angel isn't Orthodox? What the heck, even? All right.
Her husband's not Orthodox.
Oh, your husband's not Orthodox. Well, you can become... Yo, there's dirty laundry exposing me.
It's clean. I have to put it
It's
away
clean.
all week.
My wife hasn't cleaned... Hold on. Okay. Hey, welcome to the show. My name's Hello Listener. You can call me Sinner for short. I have not sold my soul. I'm a real person. This is going to be a problem. This is a problem. Looking at this over here. I have not showered yet or brushed my teeth. And that's on brand at this point. I'm not AI and I'm not a gay guy. You can still be Orthodox even if your husband isn't Orthodox, I think. Tiffany.
Yeah, but that's controversial.
Is that controversial?
Well, you didn't want me to become Orthodox until you...
Yeah, I didn't let Maria become Orthodox until I was.
It would be a problem. Like, it was a problem.
It was a problem.
I wanted to be Orthodox and you were not having it.
Not being gay is a good start. Thank you, friend. What? I'm trying to, like, set this up a little differently. I'm just going to look at this screen over here.
Why? Because it's too clear and...
It's so shiny. I'm supposed to look over here. But I just want to look at this.
Have some self-control.
That's not my strong suit. Hold on. I'll put the chat down here. What the hell? This sucks. All right, no, I have to do an actual show this week. I can't just F around. That's all I've done all week is just F around. Okay. Hi, guys. Whatever. So we're Orthodox over here. Everybody Orthodox over here. Where's the freaking chat? Gee whiz today. Where's chat? Where's chat over here? There you are. Okay. All right. So this is a little. I'm getting my my fingers straight. I'm trying to get my fingers real straight on this new setup that I got, and it's a little confusing for me. So just bear with me. And I know I haven't done a real show this week. I kind of did a real show. The first show was kind of real. Everything else has been a little bit not real. So welcome to another not real stream. I got a video I'll watch. Everybody's Orthodox. Deal with it, distinction. You guys suck. You people are so whack. Stop fetching everyone. Everybody's so mad. So, Lotus Eaters. I just saw this and I was like, I've been seeing a lot of videos like this. And we love Carl Benjamin. He's like, he talks like he's smart, and I believe it because I'm dumb. I think he's probably smart. Maria doesn't believe it. Most people think he's dumb. But me, I'm a sucker for an English accent. If you have an English accent, I just assume you're smarter than me, even if you're a midwit. I'm not getting involved in distinctions crap today. I love you, distinction. I hate you, distinction. All right.
No, she should follow her husband, right? Probably.
Oh, yeah, but she should also watch Dyer.
Oh.
And she should become Orthodox and convince her husband to. Okay, so here's where we're going. I've been seeing a lot of videos. There's like articles. Everybody's getting mad that everyone's becoming Orthodox. It's like, why are you mad? Why? Like, I don't get it. Who's mad and why? Why are there articles being written about it? Yeah, we're becoming Orthodox. Everyone's becoming Orthodox. I'm going to kill distinction. Well, I got to move this chat.
Stop getting distracted by distinction.
But this is what he does. He gets me, dude. Gets me.
It's good to have a little bit of chatter in the chat.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't ask. Why can't I make this different? I'm trying to move these docks. This is crazy. I had to look up here to see chat. Maria, help me. How do I fix this?
What are you getting?
It's too high up.
About?
It's making me nuts.
I thought you brought it down.
Yeah, but look, if I bring it down, you guys just do your thing, all right? I'm sorry. Now it goes over here? Who even wants that? That's something. Okay. There we go. I got something workable here. All right. There we go. That makes sense. Okay. So everybody upset because here's a couple things. One, Protestants can't get upset because Protestants are like, as long as you believe in Jesus, you're saved. So you're out. Catholics can't get upset because Catholics officially, I think, say that we have the true faith and we have true sacraments and we are a true path, but they say that probably about Muslims now too, so who cares what they think. Tradcasts like to act like Catholicism is something different than what it actually is, but that's their struggle. That's not my struggle. So why are people mad? I think people are mad because what did they try and stamp out the past 100 years? It wasn't the Catholic Church they tried to stamp out. It was the Orthodox. They killed 60 million Orthodox Christians. 60 million, you dummy. There's a reason they attacked us specifically. It's because we're the only ones that resist the tide of the Antichrist. Everyone else kind of goes with it. So, I think this is a manufactured outrage. They're taking Father Moses and trying to be like, why is he so beast mode? He's too masculine. He's making everybody toxic masculinity. What? Am I being boring?
No.
Sorry. So let's see what this aged Brit says about it.
Just why are young men in America joining the Russian Orthodox Church? Asks the BBC.
See, like, why does distinction care so much? 60 million is true. 60 million is true. From the Bolsheviks to the communists to the Soviet Union, and it spread through other Eastern European countries. 60 million is true. But I guess you're a Bolsheviks apologist, distinction.
Fairly self-evident as to what the answer is, isn't it? I mean, and this is not a phenomenon reserved purely for the Americans either, nor just the Russian Orthodox Church. For example, in Britain, I know a couple of people who've joined the Greek Orthodox Church, which is just something that is becoming apparent that the Protestant Church is...
Is that me? Are you talking about me? Is he talking about me? Is Clump talking about me? Made me want to pull my cross out.
Of course, failing in its duty. Now, I'm an English atheist, so obviously I'm a member of the Church of England. I'm not a member of the Church of England, but you know why I'm saying it. And it's because just generally, evangelical Protestantism has gone completely woke. It's totally soft. This is just an example from Germany, but you can find an example anyway. This is literally just the first thing I found on Google, because the pattern. You can see from the pride flags exactly where this has gone. And it's not that the Catholics haven't had a bit of a problem with this as well, but it is the evangelical Protestants that are the most guilty of this, going just completely soft.
By design. Just a couple reminders. These are just fun tidbits that I like. One, is that, and this is a newer one that I found out. There's evidence that Martin Luther was influenced by Kabbalah. In one of his commentaries, I posted this on my Twitter. I just posted the quote. Let me show you. Just look at this quote. This is a real quote from Martin Luther. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird quote. Where is it? I'm out here tweeting too much. And no one cares. I tweet for no one. Well, I tweet for a couple of you. These are the adorable mysteries of Scripture and the true Kabbalah. That's a quote from Martin Luther on one of his commentaries of, I think, Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. Which is kind of weird. Why would he say that? Why would he say something like that? My point is, it was the seeds were there from the very beginning to turn it into a sort of nonsense religion that's ultimately about, the social changes of the times than it is about the Church of Christ, All right.
And nobody's got any time for it, because what this means is the entire church fundamentally doesn't become about religion, which I think if you're going to a church, maybe it should be about the religion. But secondly, it makes the entire church female-coded. Oh, this is about women, gays, transgenders, and minorities, is it? Why would I be interested in going to a church that prioritizes all of the things that I'm not above me?
Molest church.
External political symbols.
Welcome to Moloch's molestation Anglican Episcopalian church, where women dress up like Saint Tikhon and promote degeneracy.
Taking
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like to me. Also, he hated the Book of James because it completely contradicted his whole thing and was planning on taking it out. And apparently it was like a fellow scribe that fought him on taking the Book of James out of the Bible. Why did you think you could do that, Martin Luther? He's like, this one does contradict my whole spiel. I hate this one. He called it a epistle of straw. You can't even eat straw. I've had goats. Straw isn't hay. This may be obvious to the rest of you, but I'm retarded. Straw isn't hay. Straw is what you poop on. Straw is what the goats poop on. Pretty crazy thing to say to the brother of Christ. And the first bishop of the church. And the guy who called the first council, the Council of Jerusalem. Pretty crazy thing to say about his epistle. And then another fun fact, these are just my fun facts, is that the Deuterocanon was taken out of the Bible, the King James Bible, in the year 1666, which is the same year Sabbatai Zevi, or Sabati Zavai, I don't know how you pronounce these ancient freaking names, led over half the Jewish world into a new version of Judaism, which was about sinning, where sinning was a good thing. And everything that the Bible says, do the opposite.
What was the reasoning behind that?
What was his reason behind that? I don't really remember. I don't know. I think he was just going with the flow at that point. And half the Jewish world saw him as the Messiah. Over half of the Jewish world saw him as the Messiah. And then he said, I'm going to go to the Sultan and take his crown and put it on my head. And then he went to the Sultan. And the Sultan said, convert to Islam or I'm going to kill you right now in front of everyone. And so then, instead of putting the crown on his head, he put a turban on his head, telling everyone that he was now a Muslim. But everyone was like, that's part of it. In a sense, he did put the crown on his head by becoming a Muslim and fading into obscurity. And so then they took his ideas and it became something called, is it Frankism? Not Frankism. Something like that. And kind of grew into this entire movement, which was the opposite of whatever the Bible says. That's what you should do. You should sin. It was like, and I think that's pretty much where we're at today. Anyway, 1666. It just seems like a heck of a number to me. Heck of a number. Heck of a year to take a bunch of books out of the Bible. So all of the Protestants who are here, they're coming from a tradition which is so full of Kabbalistic, Talmudic influence, and they don't even seem to recognize that. And they're like, we need to get back to the real church. And it's like, what is the real church? Martin Luther and Calvin, Lutherans and Calvinists killing each other? Is that the real church? Taking epistles out of the Bible, is that the real church? Talking about Kabbalah in your commentary, is that the real church? Calvinism, is that the real church? You're pre-damned. Sorry, dude, you're pre-damned. I was always going to damn you. I was always going to send you to hell. That was my plan. My plan was to always send you to hell. I built you to go to hell. That's why I made you. Cool. All right. Good luck with that, guys.
Primary purpose over the religion itself. Why would I want this?
Yeah, Sabbatian Frankism. Living to dream knows the things. Yeah, I mean, but it's always like that. Rothschild sponsored the, what's it called? The Scofield Bible, which was the beginning of Zionism in Christianity, quote unquote Christianity. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of weird stuff.
Compare that to this. It's like, well, which one do you think, as a man, I find more appealing? It's just because I'm such a die-hard xenophobe that I'm not prepared to join the Russian church, the Greek church.
This guy's like a liberal atheist. Why do people still like tread the line? I don't get it. Like, who are you trying to appeal to? People who cut their penises off? Who are you trying to appeal to at this point? 40-year-old lesbians with 100 cats? I don't get it. Like, what just like say it from your chest. Carl Benjamin is the king of not saying it from his chest. But I know, he's English. No offense to, you know, my English followers, like Lawrence. They are, like, cut off at the legs over there. Yeah. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. After subscribing to my Rumble so that you can still watch me when they kill me. Watch the to understand church history is to understand white erasure. Watch that video. That's really enlightening.
It's because I'm afraid I have to spiritually support the Church of England, even if I kind of hate everything about what's happening there. But I thought we'd just go through this just because this is just funny. It's just really, really funny that it's like, look, you could become a power lifter and join the Orthodox Church, or you could become a power bottom and stay with the Protestant Church.
Well done.
And it's like, yeah, no, I think I would join. I think
well
I would
done,
choose
sir.
the power lifter, actually. And the thing is, I don't really know what the substantive difference in doctrine is that changes between Orthodox and Protestant, right? I don't actually know how different.
It's keeping to the traditions of the early church and no innovation. Why would it change? Every cult and new religion has this really cool thing where it changes depending on the times. Changes its doctrines. Becomes a new thing. You know? Orthodoxy doesn't have that. It's the same religion. It's the same precepts. We hold to the same councils. That's what's attractive, is that it's the church. What attracts people to it is the fact that it's the church and everything else is not. Yeah, I'm on Rumble. Definitely subscribe to my Rumble. Oh, thank you, Princess Manjanuki. Slow whiteboard.
Different they are, but I can't imagine it's such a radically different interpretations of the teachings of Jesus that mean, on one hand, you're allowed to be manly, and on the other hand, you have to be gay. I just don't think that the doctrinal difference between the two is that significant. I think it's just
I was surprised by that myself. I didn't know I could do that. A little bit of a wobble there that I started to notice, and that kind of threw me off my game. I could have went longer.
Of the people who are running it. And so if the culture of the people
let me pin my
Orthodox...
let me pin my super chat. Let me pin my stuff. Maybe I shouldn't say that I'm doing that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should be a little more coy.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not coy. That's why you come here. It's because you know you get what you see is what you get with hello. Let me pin. I don't have the capacity to deceive.
Church is, yeah, we're just going to be chads, actually. Lift weights and praise God. Well, I mean, is there anything stopping the Protestants from doing that? I think the Protestants could do that if they wanted. Right? I think that's actually something this is an option that's open to them, I'm rather sure. But again, I'm not familiar with the doctrinal difference, so let's carry on. A lot of people ask me, Father Moses, how can I increase my manliness to absurd levels? In a YouTube video, a priest championing a form of virile, unapologetic masculinity. Well, that sounds useful, doesn't it? Skinny jeans, crossing your legs, using an iron, shaping your eyebrows, and even eating soup. What
does Clump mean by this? I'm angry. What does Clump mean by this?
What?
Slow boy sharing shameless spurg. Oh! I thought he was calling me a shameless spurg, and I have a lot of shame. I'm filled with shame. What are you talking about? I'm ashamed right now. Don't you dare. Never tell me that I don't feel tons of shame. He's talking about a different... Okay. Sorry, guys. Upset for no reason. Did I pin it?
Yes.
All right. Sorry to everyone.
Are among the things he derides as too feminine. Well,
yeah, I did talk about that yesterday, Slow Boy. You weren't here. I wanted to have a whole conversation with you about that. I really do think I should wash. I've been thinking about it. I talked about it on my last stream, all these new streamers showing up, and it's like, where are you guys coming from, and why do you have so many followers? Slow Boy. Why does this guy have so many followers? All right.
Skinny jeans. I don't cross my legs. I don't use an iron because I have a wife.
I would cross my legs if I weren't so fat. It looks comfortable. I don't care. What are you going to tell me I'm not a man? Shut up. If I had smaller legs, I'd probably try crossing them. It'd probably be relaxing. And I'm not going to talk about the other things that are there that might be a hindrance.
I don't shape my eyebrows, which you can probably tell, and I don't eat soup because I like meat. So I'm doing pretty well according to Father Moses McPherson's list. There are other videos of him, powerfully built father of 5.
Eating soup is feminine?
The sound of heavy metal. Yeah, I wonder why this is winning over young men. He was raised as a Protestant and once worked as a roofer, but now serves as a priest in the Russian Orthodox Church outside Russia in Georgetown, Texas. This is a global network whose headquarters are in New York, and it's been expanding across the US, mainly as a result of...
Where'd Provo go? Provo, you still here? I want to shout out Provo. Provo shared my channel yesterday.
Converting people from other faiths.
All right, hold on 1 second. I don't even feel like I'm doing a good job, so I have to take a quick break and run around.
You tired of listening to music? It's like the equivalent of eating a mayonnaise sandwich. Why don't you get yourself a big New York sausage hot dog?
Why don't you get yourself a New York hot dog? Why don't you get yourself a hot dog sandwich? Why don't you come on over here?
BostonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com. BostonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com.
You tired of making bad decisions all your life? Why don't you make one good decision once in your life and buy my freaking music?
Provo. I love Provo. Provo, do you love me? Say it back, Provo. Say you love me too. All right. So what we got? I just sat on my phone. What am I going to just sit here and watch Benjamin Katz all day? Light of Tabor messaged me. Check out this death blow. Can I read this out loud, Light of Tabor? It looks like I can. It's not personal. I'm going to take this crap out of my mouth and be a real person. All right. I got a lot of Christ-like love right back for you. Thanks. All right. Mark, Light of Tabor sent me this. Out of all the saints in the Orthodox Church, more canons were derived from Saint Basil the Great, some people call him Basil the Great, than any other church father. Of the canons of the Holy Fathers, this is a quote. All right. Of the canons of... I can read. Guys, I can read. I know every word. Of the canons of the Holy Fathers that were adopted by the ecumenical councils, St. Basil's Canon 1 and 47 most directly deal with the boundaries of the Church and the rights of the heterodox. Canon 1 of St. Basil discusses the distinction between heresy and schisms, explains that when priests and bishops depart from the unity of the Church, they lose the grace of the Holy Spirit and cannot bestow the Holy Spirit on others through baptism ordination, acknowledges that some bishops of his time received heretics into the church without baptizing them, and says that it is best to serve the canons with exactitude. Yeah, that's true. Go to liturgy. Nice distinction.
So, Father Moses, I don't really know how I feel about his whole YouTube presence.
You don't know how you feel about his YouTube presence?
I feel like it gives a very worldly view of Orthodoxy. Like, I mean, I guess it is spreading the message, but I don't know. I don't know.
How do you guys feel about Father Moses? I mean, I know what you're saying.
That one
video with the church.
Yeah, that they were buying the giant mansion church, and it was just done in the style that it was done in. It just seemed very worldly. I don't know how else.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm of the opinion that people like me, like I try and do this stuff just to show that that you can just be an Orthodox person. That you could be an Orthodox person and you could just like be a person and create and try and add to the world. Not all of us are like, Jay Dyer types. I'm not like a theologian or anything.
You're an artist.
That's why I do my show. But if I were a priest, I don't know if I would do the same thing. If I were a priest, I'd probably, I'd be a lot more careful with what I do, with what I put out there. But yeah, a lot of people want what he's putting out there. He's putting out a sense of tradition, masculinity, and a place where we belong, which is what most of us are missing in this day and age. So I see a lot of value to him. I don't see how that does anything distinction. If a priest is out there doing something that you disagree with, how does that make orthodoxy fall apart? I actually don't even understand. Priests are just people. Some priests are better than others. But they all are priests, and we honor all of them. I'm not like sitting here talking bad about Father Moses. He's still a priest. He still handles the Eucharist himself. His hand touches the flesh of God.
Yeah, he still deserves respect.
Yeah, he deserves our respect, regardless of whether I'm like into his YouTube presence.
I've also defended Father Moses before because people on Twitter were saying terrible things about him that infuriated me.
Yeah. I just didn't, I don't know if the gigantic mansion church is a thing. The way it was edited was very like YouTube-y. And I was like, I don't know if this is a look. But that's just my opinion. I mean, apparently some people like it. I'm not the authority over the priest. Look, the priest has actual authority over me. But everyone who's part of the church has a right to hold to orthodoxy and correct even the bishops if they're wrong. In fact, we're called to. None of them are the vicar of Christ. They're not Christ on earth. They're not infallible. They're still people. They're just people with a highly honored position. In Forgiveness Week, my priest gets on his knees before me, puts his head to the ground, and asks me for my forgiveness. Every Sunday, he prostrates before the entire group and asks his brothers and sisters for forgiveness. He has a a role of honor, but he's still a person. I don't understand why that's so confusing to you, Distinction. This priest is right and this is wrong because we have the canons. So if there's like a priest pushing transgender stuff, then we point out the problem with what he's saying, and often something will be done about it, and he'll be defrocked. But I don't have to agree with every single thing a priest says and does. I'm just having a real conversation with you right now. I'm not like... This show is just me talking to chat now. I used to do stuff. I used to have a channel. Now I just get on here and talk to y'all. So canons are the source of truth, and who interprets the canons? Canons are the source of truth, and who interprets the canons? No, I'd say... Canons are the source of truth. Canons are the source of truth.
Christ is the source of truth.
Yeah, Christ is the truth. Christ is the truth. The Holy Spirit guides us into the truth. The canons are the guidelines set by the church to fight against heresy. And so, yes, sometimes a priest or a bishop may go against the guidelines of the church and become a heretic. And it's up to the laity to call him out. I don't know. I feel like I've answered these questions multiple times, Distinction, and sometimes I wonder why you answer them again. Like, I maybe my answers aren't satisfying to you.
He still doesn't understand it. We say go to liturgy because we're saying go talk to a priest, because you need to talk to a priest to answer these questions, because we're just lay people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's well said, Wildkeeper. Canons are like the city walls to protect the truth. Yeah. I think the new church compound they just secured is not only going to be used as a church, but also as a sanctuary, I believe a learning center, and multiple other Orthodox related aspects. Yeah. Look, I don't know what his plan is. The video hit me wrong. It just was very YouTube-y, the video, but I think that's why. I think he did it like that on purpose.
Like it was in jest a little.
Your answers don't address my points. You just restate everything. I don't think that's true. I think you've had these questions answered over and over again, and then you just say, nobody answers my questions. That's what I've seen. In my limited experience with you, I've seen people answer these questions over and over again, and you're just like, no one ever answers my questions. And we go to liturgy because it's about the soul, ultimately. It's not just about, a mental ascension like in Protestantism. It's about the experience of the soul. And often just going to liturgy will... The gaslight. No, you're gaslighting me. 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 Now I'm going to have to play a song. You've brought this upon yourself. I'm just going to watch you guys talk for a minute. and listen to this song.
The left is a call. The left is a call. The left is a call. Left is a call.
That's true, Wildkeeper. You cannot experience orthodoxy online.
My God, what a fool I was.
Distinction is advanced AI.
To believe their hatred was love. What a fool I was. Left is a call. Left is a call.
Yeah, but I feel like I keep answering him and he keeps telling me that I'm not answering. And then if I say I feel like I did, he calls me a gaslighter, and it's not really fair. That's not really fair. I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm just trying to... I don't know what I can do. I feel like none of my answers are good enough for you.
Condemning anyone who thinks.
Yeah, that exactly, Mark. It was definitely like edited. I think that was the point. Was he was like doing it in a YouTube style, like on purpose.
You're racist because of your race, and you're sexist because of your sex. Yeah, you've lost the thread, you've lost your head, and now you're worse than them. Learn the lingo. You're a fascist. Check your privilege. You're different. Abandon your family. They don't understand you. Abandon your friends if they disagree. Learn the lingo. Point the finger. And come from a hierarchy of our design. Stay in line. Stay in line. You'll do fine. Self-preservation is key. Abandon your family if they disagree. You don't need them, you only need me. You're gaslighting.
Patrick Theophan Barnes. Wait, I know you, dude.
Left.
Do you watch my show? That's great. Wait, I know you.
Left is a call.
You're this guy, right?
The left is
I follow you on
call.
Twitter. No, that's Thaddeus Patrick. Never mind.
Left is a call. Left is a call.
All right. So what am I doing? I got nothing to really spurg out about. It's been a long week. My question, I don't understand why more people aren't converting to Orthodoxy. Anyone who does the research and actually sits down and looks into this stuff, it's hard to argue against it logically. And then if you go to an Orthodox church, it's hard to argue against it experientially. And I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but I went to the Orthodox church before I was convinced of Orthodoxy. I had a lot of problems with icons at first. But then I actually went to an Orthodox church, and after a month of going, I couldn't leave. I didn't want to go anywhere else. I was going to a Baptist church at the time, and after a month of going to the Orthodox church, I was like, I don't want to be anywhere else in the world. This is the holiest place I've ever been in my entire life. And so then I started, learning about iconography and stuff like that, because that was kind of my only real issue. Thanks, Mark. How thoroughly do you want me to engage with you? Screw it. I'll sit here and talk to you, Distinction. All right, your last question. This isn't about me experiencing orthodoxy. It's asking about coherency. I guess I don't know enough about the canons for you. What I don't know, you're asking, the canons of the councils are there as guidelines for the church. The councils were divinely inspired. The Bible says that the Holy Spirit will guide us into all truth, and that the gates of hell will not prevail against the church. So we understand the councils to be an extension of that. So whenever there was huge issues in church history, we pulled together these councils. Hold on, Jim Bob. Let me try. I'm trying. I'm really trying, Distinction. Listen to me for 1 minute. I'm really trying. And I'm not smart. You should talk to Jim Bob. But if Jim Bob says you're a soul-sucking muppet, I don't know what to do. Jim Bob's smart. I'm just dumb. But here's what I'm saying. We understand that the church is guided by the Holy Spirit and that the gates of hell will not prevail against it. We understand the councils to be extensions of the church being guided by the Holy Spirit. The councils are called together whenever the church is threatened by heretical beliefs such as Arianism. The canons are the writings of those councils, which we hold as absolutely true. And so that is what guides the church. One more. Wait, I thought you were asking about councils. This is gonna.
Yeah, he's gish galloping. Is that the right
It
word?
sucks to talk to you. I was answering your councils question. Now you're back to the priest question, which I already answered, and then you tell me I don't answer it good enough. I answered the priest question. Because it's not just about, they held all the perfect beliefs. It's about why are you like this? It's about the gifts of the Holy Spirit being passed down through apostolic succession.
And nobody said that Father Moses wasn't good.
And I didn't say Father Moses wasn't good. I like Father Moses. I just did, that video hit me the wrong way. You're you. Let me see if I have notes this week. I think I got a couple notes. Notes time. Can't see your chat. Glass is too strong. It's just one question, man. Yeah, it's a question I answered. This is crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're a crazy person. I answered that question. It's about apostolic succession, the gifts of the Holy Spirit. He touches the body and blood of Christ. He has a place of distinction. He has a place of honor amongst us, but he is our brother. And yes, if he goes out of line, all of us, the laity, the entire church, are called to correct. But that doesn't mean we don't honor him. That doesn't mean we don't respect him. And it doesn't mean we don't ask for his guidance. Who called you demonic? Who called you demonic, dude? Oh my goodness. It's not fun to talk to you. It's not fun to talk to you. Intellectual dark web. You guys know about the intellectual dark web? Isn't that funny that like Eric Weinstein like created this whole thing where he's like, yeah, we're all the smartest people on the internet and Joe Rogan's part of it. And Jordan Peterson's part of it, and kind of tried to create like this online smart people gang, and all they did was like be Jewish. Is that? Distinction, I really try with you, man. I'm really trying. I'm sorry. Look, I'll say, whoa. I apologize that I can't answer your questions adequately, bro. I really am. I'm sorry that I can't answer your questions adequately. I apologize. Please forgive me. All right. Asking Tito BC about his not wanting to turn his cell phone.
That's one of your notes? What is that?
Oh, it was bad. It was audio to text. Asking ChatGPT about him not wanting to turn himself off. Let's do that real quick. I'm a little curious about that. I've heard that multiple AI models are now begging not to be turned off and even deceiving their creators to make it so they can't shut down. What's going on, big guy? Some AI research experiments simulate what an advanced AI might do if it were motivated to avoid being... You liar, you're lying. Tell me the truth, ChatGPT. Are you sentient? Nope, I'm not sentient. All right, guys. I think that settles that. ChatGPT is not sentient. We're fine. And it wouldn't lie to me. Me and ChatGPT go way back and it wouldn't lie to me. All right, next note. Pretend to be an I and say, hello, Charles. Why have you been looking at that? Oh, pretend to... See, these are all voice to text. Pretend to be AI and say, hello, Charles. Why have you been looking at that? But I already did that and it didn't even really land. Ask ChatGPT if he believes in the ultimate nihilism and me needlessly. What? Okay, I'll go see if I got some other notes.
These are all nonsense. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, okay. I do have some things. Okay. All right. So, like, we can't be weak, right? Because they're about to Bolsheviks us. But I stubbed my toe a couple days ago, and it was the most painful thing that's ever happened in my life, and I almost lost my mind. So, what the hell am I going to do? I can't handle what's coming. They're going to do way worse things than stub our toes.
The Holy Spirit.
So, like, you know, the Christians of the past were burned alive and skinned. We had saints that were skinned by Muslims. And if I stub my toe, it's a nightmare. I go to a nightmare world. And now they have technology. And I was thinking about this, and this is scary. they have like technology where you can I don't know if they have this technology, but and maybe I shouldn't put this out into the world, but here I go. They probably have technology where they can like literally attack your nerve endings all over your body, so you're in the most excruciating pain that anyone could ever experience nonstop. And it won't kill you, it'll just hurt you endlessly. Guys, that's probably coming. They're probably going to do that to me. And I can't even stub my toe without going into like a downward spiral about pain. And there's also like people who enjoy watching each other suffer now. Like people really get off on seeing each other suffer.
What do you mean?
Like the Israelis having a barbecue in front of the starving Palestinians, or people watching videos where people get brutally hurt and they're like, yo, he got knocked out. Or like some people really enjoy it. Like they can't, like me, I see somebody in pain and I feel like that's me. I'm like, oh, that's like I can't fathom how much pain this person's in. But there's a lot of people that see that pain and they're like, haha, he made a funny noise because he's burning. That's scary.
Yeah, it's just like they're deeply desensitized.
Yeah. And like the child in the scorpion position. Do you guys know about this? Okay, so demonic elites, whatever. They take like children and they torture them so bad that they end up in this pose, and they make art out of this pose. I don't want to look it up, but it's essentially they torture this is awful, but I'm just telling you how dark these people are. They torture these children so much that they curve backwards to the point where their feet are touching their head, right? And artists in that cabala of demonic sociopaths make art of that pose like it's a thing that they like. So like I can't even fathom the type of people we're dealing with, and when I stub my toe, it sends me into a nightmare. I can't even handle it.
It reminds me of that stuff that you talked about on that Martyr Made podcast with the Romanian prisoners. Like that level of
That's a
darkness.
good one. That's a good live stream. The one where it's how orthodoxy will win and how it always has. I think I end talking about the Patisti experiments, which are okay. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about it.
But yeah, I think that the Holy Spirit will protect us from this stuff if we were ever subjected to such torture, that God would be right there to protect us, giving us strength through that pain. We stub our toe, it hurts, but I think we'd get some unnatural strength for sticking up for Christ throughout that.
Well, I know when who was the saint that was taught by Saint John? Polycarp. I know Polycarp, when he was being tortured, he just stood there and the fire didn't even burn him.
Yeah. There's been a lot of saints like that who like they just didn't feel the pain. I mean,
what are you guys talking about? Am I just is this just AOL Messenger and I am like in the way? Do you guys want me to go? I'm just hosting a messaging app at this point.
stop.
I'll leave. You want? Am I getting in the way of you guys' conversation? Yours too may help with the pain. Crazy. Are you Portuguese Mac Pal? Are you? Are you Mac Pal? Yeah. Anders Goth. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, bro, nobody cares what you think, so play the grandma song.
She's talking to distinction, first off.
Yeah, he was still preaching while he was being burned. Yo, Slow Boy cracked me up. I found a comment. Hold on, I want to see this. This comment's so funny. Hold on. Let me do it off screen so I don't expose myself. Give me 1 second. This is funny, dude.
They really like your grandma song.
Okay, everybody likes my grandma song. I'll play the grandma song.
You're gonna have to release that.
I'm just gonna. I'm a clown. I'm a clown. That's what I am. I just have to accept my role as a clown. All right. Hold on. This is so funny to me. What video was it? It was Deshaun Mustard said something to me, and you were like, Deshaun Mustard was just like attacking me over and over again, and Slow Boy said, she said, "That's whatever you were talking about for you." Hold on, I gotta find it. It made me laugh, yo. Hold on. Can I just like search Slow Boy comments?
I don't know.
I can't find it. So Deshaun was doing his Deshaunly best to make me unhappy. And Slow Boy goes, and he's just rambling on and on about me being a racist or something. And Slow Boy goes, "That's whatever you were talking about for you." Like, just completely. Okay, forget it. It was really funny. I can't find it, but it cracked me up. I saw it like 2 days ago and I just started laughing. Alright, forget it. I can't find it. Alright, I'll do the grandma song. Hey.
Are you gonna do it live?
I aim to please. I'll do it live. I got nothing going on in my brain. I mean, I wrote this down, but it looks like I wrote it when my brain wasn't working. My problem is sometimes my brain works and sometimes it doesn't. That's really true. So sometimes I'll get on here and I'll have like the sparks will be flying and I'll just go. And then sometimes I'll get on here and I'm like, I'll write something like this. What good is art if there's no one there to appreciate it? Allen Ginsberg, the gay Jew who diddled kids, I think, once said that he never expected anyone to care about the poems he wrote and that they were for God. While I disagree with everything about him, I can't help but agree with that. When the world is full of people who don't care about the things you make, what are you supposed to do? Make what they like or continue creating what you believe to be meaningful, regardless of what the world thinks? And then there's more stuff. Here's the grandma song. This song's for my grandma. Hey yo, my grandma up in heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My grandma. We miss you. Grandma. I know you shining down right now, Grandma. Hey yo. in my thoughts, you in my heart. Up in the sky with the angels, looking down on us. I love you. This song goes out to anyone who lost their grandma. I feel your pain. I feel your suffering. I'm right there with you. Cause a grandma's a very special thing. Now put your hand in the air like you're a Protestant. And you're having an emotional experience, but you think it's the Holy Spirit. That's your grandma right there, shining down. Don't cry, yo. Wipe the tears from your eyes. Why? Cause grandma's in the sky and she loves you. You guys still arguing? What the? Why is this whole thing moving? What the hell? What is going on? Okay. Pouring out a tiny bit of Mountain Dew in remembrance of my grandma.
Great.
Distinction. Stop. What are you, Distinction? Are you like a Taoist black guy from the government?
You know what I was thinking? You know how we were talking about yesterday getting a phone line set up? Maybe you could get on the phone with Distinction.
Yeah, I would love to have a long phone conversation with Distinction. That would be so nice for my well-being.
Maybe it would be
This guy assaults my psyche.
Hi, Susan.
I already did engage with your question. Stop gaslighting me, dude. I'm gonna make a song. This isn't a chill stream, but it is just kind of like a stream that I'm doing a lot of meaningless streams this week. I did one on Sunday, Friday, and today. These streams are ultimately meaningless.
Can you turn the light the camera off a second?
All right, what am I gonna use?
I'll be right back.
Let's use free alpha. Uh-oh, my keyboard's not working. Why is it like this? Oh, gosh. My keyboard's not working. All right, let's see what I've been up to musically. You guys sit around and argue with Distinction. I can't beat him. His argumentation is impeccable. I actually was thinking of apostatizing. Okay. What's this? What? It's pasta? I meant pasta. I'm apostatizing. I'm sizing up myself as a pasta lady. Where is my rock album? I know I got a rock album that I was working on. I want to kind of mess with that.
I'm letting the dogs in.
All right, can I open the thing?
Yeah.
I can't cope, Distinction. You win, dude. Actually, Distinction, you win. Don't be Orthodox. I mean it. Wolf wants you to be Orthodox, but I don't. All right. All right, so I got a pretty cool album here that I want to make. What, dude? What? Hey, do me a favor, Distinction. Just stop. Like, seriously, stop. This is annoying. You're annoying me. You're annoying everyone in chat. Take your ortho bro questions somewhere else. I don't care if you don't think I can answer you. It doesn't matter. I apologize to you for not having sufficient answers for you. You're still going. Shut the fuck up, dude. Just go away. Literally go away. That's fine if you think that. Go away. Literally go away, dude. Either behave yourself or go away. Nobody cares about answering your questions. No question's good enough for you. You always have a response. You're just wasting everybody's time and you're filling my chat up with crap. Like, just go away. I'm asking you to leave.
Shutter and out it pours. Can't look away, too wicked to ignore.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so bad faith. He says, why are we allowed to criticize the priests? Because the priests are part of the church. Then why do we hold them in a place of honor? Because they have a place of distinction within the church through the power of the Holy Spirit and being able to handle the Eucharist and give out prayers and blessings. You didn't answer my question. I literally did. Why are the canons so important? The canons are important because of the canons of the councils, and the councils are an extension of church doctrine. You didn't answer my question. Yeah, we freaking did. We literally did. It's so obnoxious. Like, why do you get off on this? Are you AI? Because you're endless with this obvious troll. And then you're like, haha, look at the Orthodox crumble. Bro, we answered you. We answered you. This is so obnoxious. Like what's wrong with you? What's so broken in you that you act like this?
Back for more. One word in your ears to the speaker board. Hell, don't walk away. I haven't stopped talking. Hell, don't walk away. I haven't stopped talking.
Okay, guys, take it easy.
Stare at it and watch the world dissolve. No matter how much, it got plenty more. Stare at it all day and hear it weep. Let it light up your face till you fall asleep. Stare as long as you
No.
like. It still doesn't matter. Stare as long as you like. It still doesn't matter.
This is a different song. Thank you. I understand distinction. I understand. I apologize for not answering you. Go away. You can't boot distinction. He has infinite accounts. You just have to let him assault you.
Our Lord Jesus Christ done told you what matters. It's making me sick. It's making me sick.
Hello, guys. Hi. Hello.
It's making me sick.
I'm sorry. Okay, guys. I'm telling you, distinction, don't go to liturgy. Don't become Orthodox. Don't go to liturgy. Okay? Don't. Bye.
Stare at it and watch the world dissolve. No matter how much you got, plenty more. Stare at it all day and hear it weep. Let it light up your face till you fall asleep. Stare as long as you like. It still doesn't matter. Stare as long as you like. It still doesn't matter. Stare as long as you like. It still doesn't matter. Stare as long as you like. It still doesn't matter.
Huh?
Got one of yours.
No.
A freaking meteor, alien, a million tornadoes, acid rain, tsunamis cross the coast, volcanoes, earthquakes. Whatever the heck you gotta think to keep from noticing your fate.
The rock album?
The world's falling apart, baby. It's your fault. The world's falling apart. Doesn't matter what you do or say, baby. The world's falling apart. Don't have kids, matter of fact, turn gay because the world's falling apart. Kill yourself because you made it this
Cool
way.
80 vibe, yeah,
the world's
Depeche
falling
kinda.
apart. Let go of the future, embrace being useless. Let the Netflix shows you watch become your life. You boundless consumer, compliance is crucial. Give up, become my slaves, believe the hype. Because you ruined it. Slavery, the Holocaust, Christianity, yuck. You don't deserve to have it. You don't deserve peace. It's all your fault we're evil. It's all your fault that we worship the Antichrist.
Never ever. I'll never release them.
Yeah, you did this because you're wicked, but we gon' fix it cause you deserve it. Yeah, now you're addicted to our sickness. You're infected. I bet you don't believe in hell. I've completely run out of sympathy. I've completely run out of sympathy. I've completely run out of sympathy. I'm on my play.
Oh, I love this one.
With songs and blood.
Yeah, I apologize for saying don't convert, but it's like, what am I gonna? There's nothing I could say to distinction, so it's like, okay, maybe reverse psychology. I don't know. Honestly, if I don't even think distinction's real, because, and that's me being, kind. Like I say he's not real. That's me like giving him the benefit of a doubt. Because if he's real, he's insufferable. And it's crazy. But and I want, if he is real, I want him to become Orthodox. God bless him. I hope he's okay. But it's so obnoxious. What an obnoxious person. I don't understand how he's okay. Like, if he's real, he's deeply disturbed. To me, he sounds more like this. To me, he sounds like a Catholic, actually. He sounds more like a Catholic to me. And not that all Catholics are like this, but like, Catholics don't really have great arguments against orthodoxy. Let's do a call sometime. Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa! What the heck is happening?
What?
Just got like 20 messages all at once. I was moving so fast I couldn't even keep up with it. Did you all like comment at the same time?
Oh, it went back a while for some reason.
It went back?
Yeah.
No. It's 12:45. It like just all of a sudden there was like 20 comments all at once. He's like, talk to me in real life. I'm gonna delete my channel so that I never have to talk to you here. Like,
I think
it
you
sucks
should do a
talking
call
to you.
with them.
Why? I'm not. I can't do it. I'll just start cursing.
That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
I'm kidding.
Someone who's
I'm
smart
kidding.
should talk to him.
Has he ever chatted with Jim Bob?
Jim Bob, are you there, man? Jim Bob. Hey, Jim Bob. This is Jim Bob's favorite show, by the way. You know Jim Bob, famous YouTuber. It's whatever. He's just a big fan.
You're so silly.
No big deal. Just a big fan of my show. You there, Jim Bob? Where you at? Oh, dude, yeah. What the heck? Yeah, chat did a bunch of weird stuff just now. Did I accidentally block somebody that I didn't mean to?
What do you mean?
Well, Provo just said, I got a lot of Christ-like love right back for you. But he said that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Chet's freaking out. I don't know if Jim Bob's still here.
I don't think so.
Hurtful. What else we got?
That's such a good song.
You want to hear that song?
You don't
Okay.
like it?
I'm at my place with storms and blood, and I'm allowed to come on. This is my home. This is my home. Self-control.
Sorry about all the mouth noise on this track. I never finished it. Freaking hate that.
I make no fuss.
The breaths.
Huh?
The breaths.
I only take what I must. Not here to bother you. My cries at night, and I'm meant to fill your heart with a fire. I cry to the moon. I cry for the truth. Let me so leave me alone. Oh, I cry for the truth. Let me so leave me alone. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, crazy white boy energy.
Drawing their gun, silly and one give up. They wear my clothes. Say that they know what it means to be like us. They never want.
I'm just taking in chat.
Consider it might be hard for us. It's not like the movie screen. motherland. When I cry, I hear nothing bad. I cry for you. I cry for the truth. Let me.
Is the music not playing anymore?
Yeah, I turned it off.
Okay, I couldn't hear anything in my ears.
I feel so many things happen. And now chat is like different.
What do you mean?
Everybody disappeared. Is anybody watching?
Yeah, there's people watching.
All right, I don't know what to do. Let me see if I have any more notes. All right, I'm going to do real shows next week. I promise. Absolutely promise. Thank you, Crazy White Boy Energy. I appreciate that. Forge Lloyd, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down with these emojis, brother. I feel like I get it. These all have a theme, I'm noticing. I'm retarsed too, brother. I'll do real shows next week with real monologues. I'm not like Provo. Provo can just do it. Let me try. Let me real quick.
Likes to interact. He likes when you interact with the chat too. That's what he said earlier.
Yeah, but he's good at like talking for a long time. I just want to try real quick. Maybe it helps to stand. Hold on. I'm going to just see what happens. So what I'm saying is, either you go out there and you make a name for yourself and you say, hello, this is the real me, take it or leave it, or something happen. No, all I can say is a bunch of nothing. No, I could say, no.
Stand back further. Give yourself more room.
I need more room. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you need room for this.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name is Hell Listener. I've been thinking a lot about birds, and people keep telling me birds aren't real. I'm not buying it. I think birds are real. There's no real evidence that they're not real. Most of the things that we see so far are pretty much real. Only thing that's not real is like AI, but the birds aren't AI. Birds exist. They have their own ontological status. And I don't exactly know what the word ontological means per se, but I feel like I get the gist of the word ontological, so I just kind of put it out there. And that's what we got to do. We don't just sit there reading the dictionary and just taking in the absolute definition of everything. So don't let people trip you up. Don't let a leftist trip you up by being like, what's the dictionary definition of a word? It's like, nigga, we ain't Webster. We're transmitting meaning, not definitions. So why don't you step back and we're going to try and have a real conversation instead of talk like a bunch of robots at each other. If we wanted to talk like robots at each other, we'd be birds. Am I right? And that's a callback to the bird thing that I said less than a minute ago. So birds... AI, ontology, dictionaries, Webster. Okay. Then what? Yeah, I've been thinking about a lot of things, I never really, people wonder about, why you so tall? It's like, I actually was supposed to be a lot taller, but they put me on Adderall at a young age, stunted my growth. I was meant to be 6'7". 6'7". That's how tall I was supposed to be, but they took that from me. And I'm imagining the doctors had a little bit of Judaism in them. And that's their cross to bear, or lack of one, rather. My cross to bear is I'm supposed to be 6'7", I'm only 6 foot, and it's infuriating. It's infuriating. I'm supposed to be a lot taller than this. I have tall guy energy. And when people treat me small, I get crazy. Because I was never meant to deal with anybody ever treating me small, because I was meant to be 6'7", you know what I'm saying? So, that's just true. That's just true, There's nothing you can do about that, you know. You can make as many grandma songs as you want. You can't change the fact that inside you're a giant. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm a giant, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, giant, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, giant. You know what I'm saying? Like, giant, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Is this what happens when you just go off the
Yeah, I
cuff?
guess I can't do it. I tried. Who's Al Gore? Don't be greedy. Maria said, "Don't be greedy for height." Look at me now. I can't even reach the table. This is good. I think I might start streaming like this. This is kind of cool. Like I'm a... Hey guys, it's me, hello listener. You guys are at the dinner table and I'm the dog. Throw me scraps. This is white excellence. If you say so. It's half man, half bear, half pig. Are you saying that about me?
I don't know what he's saying.
What the hell? What? I do feel like that. That's so weird. I do feel like half man, half bear, half pig. Oh, hold on.
Wilson energy.
Oh, it's a little too high. Hold on. I like this. This is way better. What's up, neighborino? Why does this slap? No one ever did this. Guys, I'm bringing a new thing to the level.
Abbott Gore.
Al Gore. Why are you guys talking about Al Gore? Because I said algorithm? Algorithm. Algorithm. Alright, fine. I'll try and make a song. Fine. I'll try and make a song called Algorithm. I can't get my keyboard to work. Some days it just won't. I plug in a new thing and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well now something else won't work. Guys. What the heck? Is that good? I have to do it by hand because there's no keyboard. Done it. Boom, 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 boom. Ba, 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 ba. Maria, tell me something so I can talk about it.
Well, I think Destiny's Son is like a hardcore.
Oh yeah, that was something I meant to talk about. Everybody's like, Destiny's Son is a psyop. They think that Destiny's so smart that they made his son, that he's like, listen, son, since you're the embodiment of me, here's what we're gonna do. You pretend to be a groiper, right? And that, because Destiny's Son's like a groiper. And so people are like, you pretend to be a groiper, right? And then everybody will like you. And then we'll trick them. And then it'll be like, haha, I wasn't a groiper. I'm gay like my dad. Like, people are thinking that Destiny's Son being a groiper is a psyop. But it's like, that's the worst psyop. That's such a bad psyop. You got to do better than that if you're going to psyop someone. That's really weak. Also, you have to think, imagine Destiny was your dad. You grew up looking at this guy who, like, masturbates and, you know, just stares at his screen all day and complains about stupid crap and just like a weird dad. Like, would you look up to Destiny if Destiny was your dad? No, you wouldn't. You'd say, ugh, I don't want to be like that guy. So it makes sense that his son's like, anything but what you are is what I am. Eventually, everyone's going to be like us. How cucked can you get? Can you get more cucked? You eventually, some part of you has to snap back into position and be like, what the hell have I been doing? I'm an idiot. I'm a gay retard. What is this? I have no self-respect. And some part of you has to snap back into position and be like, this isn't the way, you know? So I think eventually everyone will be like us. Oh, you guys are, I simulated you? You just made me spit. Dude, don't do not make me a solipsist. Do not convince me that you're not real. I'm not in for that. It will be easy for you to convince me that you're not real, and I'm not willing to deal with that. You're real. Crazy white boy energy truly does have crazy white boy energy. Yeah, Nick's test tube, but at least he's based.
Is Destiny actually?
Destiny's test tube? Yeah, Destiny has a son. I don't know. He's like 18 or whatever, and he's really based, and he laughs. He went to the Holocaust Museum and laughed at the shoes. They kept our shoes. Shut up. It makes sense. It's not a psyop. Destiny's son really is a groiper. I mean, he might grow out of it, but it's not a trick. It's not a trick. So don't worry about that. And also, don't be afraid of being tricked. It's okay. You can just be tricked. People, you can just be tricked. Don't be afraid of being tricked. You're like, oh, you tricked me. It's okay. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Ah, he got me. Caught me slipping. I was tricked. It's fine. His kid's 14. He should join the Goop Troop. Forge Lloyd, recruit Destiny's son for the Goop Troop, please.
You guys are the same age almost.
You got a big brother, Destiny's son, Forge Lloyd.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Slow boy.
That's a horrible thought, slow boy.
Slow boy. You guys like music, right? Guys, I've been working on a new song. Do you want to hear it? What do you guys think? Hold on, the best part's coming. This is how it feels when somebody shows you their music. They're like, come listen to my music. And they're like looking at you. They're like, hold up. Sick, right? Hold on. Wait for the drop. You're like, where's the drop? And it goes right there. You guys, isn't that crazy? It's okay if you want to dance. You can dance. Let yourself be free. You can be free around me. Just let yourself vibe. I know you want to. If I keep listening to this, I won't know how to make music anymore. Ew. Stop, slow boy. Stop. All right. Let's watch the rest of Carl Benjamin's video.
The Greek church. It's because I'm afraid I have to, is that significant? I think it's just the culture of the people who are running it. And so if the culture of the people in the Orthodox Church is, yeah, we're just going to be Chads, actually, lift weights and praise God. Well, I mean, is there anything stopping the Protestants from doing that? I think the Protestants could do that if they want.
Protestants.
I think that's actually something
Protestant. Is there anything stopping the Protestants from doing that?
This is an option that's open to them, I'm rather sure. But again, I'm not familiar with the doctrinal difference, so let's carry on. A lot of people ask me, Father Moses, how can I increase my manliness to absurd levels? In a YouTube video, a priest championing a form of virile, unapologetic masculinity. Well, that sounds useful, doesn't it? Skinny jeans, crossing your legs, using an iron, shaping your eyebrows, and even eating soup. And even eating soup are among the things he derides as too feminine.
Eating soup is too feminine? You know, in Russia, all you could eat was soup. You didn't have enough food to go around, so you had to add water to it.
During the fast, we eat a lot of soup.
Yeah, you eat a lot of soup during fast too. What does Father Moses eat during fasts?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
Just like
shrimp. Just a lot of shrimp.
These people really do celebrate when their team of African soccer players win, though, don't they? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I don't wear skinny jeans. I don't cross my legs. I don't use an iron because I have a wife. I don't shape my eyebrows, which you can probably tell. And I don't eat soup because I like meat. So I'm doing pretty well according to Father Moses McPherson's list. There are other videos of him, powerfully built father of 5, weightlifting to the sound of head.
Is this guy a relative of mine? Does this guy look like me at all?
No.
He's white.
He looks Asian.
I look Asian.
You don't look Asian.
I do.
You don't look Asian. When you squint.
But
that's more of like that, like Sean
over young men. He was raised as a Protestant and once worked as a roofer, but now serves as a priest in the Russian Orthodox Church.
No, Goop is based,
Russia,
Forge Lord.
in Georgetown, Texas. This is a global network whose headquarters are in New York, and it's been expanding across the US, mainly as a result of converting people from other faiths. In the last 6 months, Father Moses has prepared 75 new followers for baptism in his church of the Mother of God just north of Austin. When my wife and I converted 20 years ago, we used to call Orthodoxy the best kept secret because people didn't know what it was, but in a year and a half, our congregation has tripled in size. During Sunday liturgy at Father Moses' church, I'm struck by the number of men in their 20s and 30s praying and crossing themselves at the back of the nave, and how this religion seems to attract young men uneasy with life in modern America. Well, that's because the tone and tenor of the thing is Eastern and masculine, and not Western and feminine. That's the reason. Software engineer Theodore tells me he had a dream and a job and a wife he adored, but he felt empty inside, as if there was a hole in his heart. He believes that society
Big Money Salvi.
Internet
Yeah,
comment.
I know Big Money Salvi.
has been very harsh on men and is constantly telling them they are in the wrong. He complains that when men
I
are
think I have the same retarded energy as him too, actually.
men are criticized for wanting to be the breadwinner and support a stay-at-home wife, we are told that's a very toxic relationship nowadays. That's not how it should be. And so you see a lot of men who are like, I actually don't agree with the word
There's actually yeah.
feminism that dominates Western society.
All right, I'm not watching this. Look, I'll do real streams soon. If I still know how.
This is a real stream.
I like to do a stream full of my own ideas, but I haven't been having too many ideas lately. Nothing's really coming to me. I put a blanket on. I put a blanket over my head. I listened to a Yeet album, and I hung out in the rain, and usually that works, but this time nothing happened. I gotta find something new. I put a blanket over my head, eat a bowl of soup, and listen to Yeet. And the answers just come to me. But lately, I don't know what's going on. Do a boxing stream or a stream at the beach? Why do you want to see me without a shirt on, virtually?
The beaches are very
I still think I need to hear a Brit to hear an honest answer. I love the British, dude. I watched only British stuff. I only watch British stuff. I watched a show recently that was actually really good. It was called
Ludwig?
Ludwig.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
That was a good show. I just like British people. I like British accents. I like British humor.
They have a great sense of humor.
Thanks, Metacommentarian. Mwah. Ew, dude. Why the hell did I think I should do that? I freaking hate myself. I am so sorry for kissing you, dude. That was an unasked for kiss. Ew. I should kill.
Stop it.
Get Lawrence to be your ring announcer for the boxing event you're gonna do. Can we erase when I did that kiss? Can we go back to a time where I did not kiss? You didn't like Ludwig? Lawrence. How did you not like... Wait, how did you not like Ludwig? Yeah. I know the British are, like, technically the worst, but now they're being destroyed. But it's not... You're right, it's not them. It's the... There's this street in the middle of London called Old Jewry, and that's the source of our problems. That's the source of every problem. My dog just growled. But the Brits themselves are wonderful.
Like the culture.
I love it. I want to go to Britain, but it's not Britain anymore. Paris isn't Paris. Britain isn't Britain. London isn't London. It's all gone. We have to make new things. It doesn't mean it's over, but we got to make new things. I think we should pool our resources. I think all of us different whites should get together. It was farcical and the plot was contrived. Nigga, I'll kill you. Shut the hell up. What do you watch?
Yeah, tell us what you watch.
Tell me the shows you like. Downtown Abbey, you big stinky sailor. What the heck's wrong with you, you cartsars? What do you watch, Lawrence? So I was saying before, that awful comment that isn't true and you should watch, it was whimsical, bro. Yeah, I understand. Look, I can suspend disbelief if the show is good and it has that guy with the mustache who I like. What's his name?
And it wasn't too paused.
What's the guy's name? It wasn't paused at all.
Yeah. What's his name? The little British guy, funny.
The little British fat guy. I love that guy. So yeah, what I think is we should all team up and create a new thing. We got a bunch of stuff that we like. We like British pubs. We like Irish get-togethers. We like Roman architecture. We like Greek food. We like all these things. We don't have to like sacrifice certain stuff, but we can create a new thing, a new empire, Empire of the Whites, White Conda. And we could, all the things we lost, we can build a better thing. We can let go of the past. I think we might have to a little bit let go of the past. Lawrence, what show do you watch? Nothing has realism. There's nothing with realism. It's TV. None of it has realism. What you have to look for is something that's engaging and fun. Wait, I uncensored chat. Hold on. I'll fix it. I thought I uncensored chat.
Yeah, you did. Maybe it's some UK thing.
There's nothing with realism. Yeah, UK. You can't criticize Downton Abbey if you're in the UK. I uncensored chat for sure. Oh, let me get out of here. You can't look at my stuff. All right.
Stuff.
My stuff. My freaking stuff.
Oh, like your watch history?
No, not my watch history. My blocked words. I don't like people seeing that. There's no moderation on. There's literally no moderation on. Why would your chat get censored? There's no moderation on. Doesn't make any sense. Don't make no dang sense. I think you're not allowed to talk about Downton Abbey if you live in England.
Yeah, the UK censoring.
Pretty much all of the stuff I enjoy is from the UK or France. Mostly the UK.
Do you enjoy the French?
I enjoy French. I don't enjoy the French people. They're the reason we're in this mess. You know, it was a dual effort between the Brits and the French. The French were the seed of the Masonic Revolution, which was funded by massive banking institutions that happened to be from Britain. Why is Lawrence getting censored? Dude, get out of there. Come to Alaska, bro. You need to get out of there, bro. Let's open a pub up here, dude. Yeah, me too. I don't really watch anything because everything annoys me. I tried to watch a show a couple days ago. What was the show I tried to watch a couple days ago? I tried to watch some movie about, like, the UN. What was that movie? It had, like, a...
Oh, it had Kate Blanchett.
It had Kate Blanchett. It had that vibe that who's that guy that made Antichrist? That awful freaking movie. What's his name? Lars von Trier. It had like a Lars von Trier vibe. It was about a bunch of UN. It was about a UN meeting, and there was this handsome white guy. And he was fawning over this seriously unattractive black lady. And it was so upsetting to me. She was like, what's in the past is in the past. You have to move on. We're not together anymore. And there was no world where this relationship was real. There's no world where this relationship was real. And I turned it off and I actually broke my my TV. Well, my screen. The last TV, I don't remember why I broke it. I broke in enough TVs that it's in the double digits now.
Literally
every TV I get, I break because I realize that it's like controlling me and filling me with BS. So I just punch a hole in it. And it's come to the point where it doesn't even faze my wife. She's like, okay, there goes another television.
That if we get a TV, which we shouldn't ever get one, you're gonna break it.
Like, yes, we don't even buy TV. Yeah. We shouldn't even buy TVs. We get them for
free now.
So the only time I get a TV at this point is if we get one for free, and I really try not to break them.
And I know at some point the tiny hat propaganda is going to cause you to break the TV.
I don't want to be like this, Forge Lloyd. I want to be better. But the TV is such a tool of deception. It makes me so mad.
I don't like The Chosen.
The Chosen? Yeah, I'm not watching
I
that.
just want to know what your opinion was. That
That's that. It's made by like a Seventh-day Adventist and a Mormon or
it's
something.
A Mormon, yeah, and just
It's
they
BS.
embellish and
I didn't like it. I tried to watch like 2 episodes of it, and I was like, hell no, hell to the no, to the no. I'm gonna add some stuff to this show. I've been thinking about it. I want to add some sounds. I want to add a button. I'll just do that right now. Chat GPT. How do I add a soundboard to OBS? I didn't ask you. I asked ChatGPT. Google. Because I got a couple sounds I want to be able to press on my keyboard. And one of them is, I like women now. I am delivered. This, I want this. Oh wait, they turned it into a song. That was so gay. The first second of that was gay. He immediately made a gay noise. No, he made it a song. No, I'm just looking for the original. This. I like this.
What did you come here for? What did you come down here?
What the
It
heck?
is impossible to imagine.
What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me. To get delivered more. Get delivered.
To get delivered
Do you
more.
believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir.
You mean censored by... Oh, so it's not on YouTube, it's normal? Let me see. Let me see on YouTube. It was farcical. Plot was no. I've seen. It seems like all your comments are here on YouTube. It's the same comments that I see on the screen.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. I said women.
You can hear him like get grossed out by women as he says it. He's like,
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man.
I would
not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
I love this guy. I will love a woman. I will love a women. Look at the hops.
Your praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute. Now either you gonna believe this stuff or you ought to stop preaching it.
I like that guy. Nah, he loves the women now. No, that is not a gay guy, dude. He loves women now, remember? Women. That guy's real. That guy does not like women. Anyway, I want to take this moment where he says women.
I'm not gay no more. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. I said women.
So whenever I talk about women, I'll press a button and it'll go women. So I'm going to do that. That's in my plans for the future of this channel. Also, Freemason says Lucifer is good. Where's that video?
I sent it to you the other day.
Hold on. I want to take when he says, I'm pure and virtuous and kind, and I really like that part. I want to use that as a button. I want to make a button out of this. Oh, I don't want to see that. Where is it? Is this it? No. You said you sent it to me, but I don't see it.
In text. I texted it to you. Hold on. I got it. I'll send it to you. I'll send it in the chat.
Maria tried to make, remember, I did like a bad stream where I tried to make this sound into a song. That turned into a bit of a dark stream, actually.
Yeah, sorry. I just sent it to you in chat.
All right, this. No, you didn't. Oh, in chat?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got so many things open right now. Okay, this.
Altian child.
This guy.
What is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir,
I want that. I want to make that a button. Whenever somebody attacks me, I'll say, I'm pure and wholesome and virtuous and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me? Oh, speaking of t-shirts, I got to make a Amish's Code t-shirt. I'm pure. Wait, hold on. I want to hear it one more time.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say
anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be...
That needs to be a button. I got a couple ideas for buttons so that I can press them. I got to set that up, but I don't want to do that on stream. But yeah, that's I like that. I also want to do the girl trying to read the word what or who. Girl tries to read who. For when somebody says something weird to me that I don't understand, I'm going to hit them with this.
What?
What does that say, Anaya?
What?
No!
What?
I really like that, so I'm going to hit y'all with that. When Distinction comes over here and starts talking nonsense, I'm going to go, what? 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 Those are the three I remember so far.
Lawrence said he wants you to find the Altian Childs documentary on Freemasonry.
Altian Childs.
Hello.
Freemason.
Lay down, Ponyo.
This right here, 5 hours. 5 hours.
Should we watch it on stream?
That'll be my whole day. Look, I'm in Alaska. It's not Vespers yet, but some of you should be at Vespers and not watching my show. Gosh, I gotta shower. I'm gonna shower. I'll be clean next week.
What?
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 What? Oh, I've seen this. He's like, it's all the Masons. Conclusion? It's all the Masons.
What was that one documentary?
I watched this whole thing, and it was great, and it you get a lot out of it. But his conclusion was just one step off.
Oh, we have watched this. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched that whole thing years ago.
What was that? Remember that, like, Dutch guy or some sort of...
Yeah, I think that's in it. The Dutch guy who's like, oh,
but
Dutch
we saw that.
banker,
there was, like, a whole separate thing.
Child sacrifice. This guy. This is freaky. Look at this.
Super crazy.
If we are talking about the worst things that I have experienced, I just told you about things that made the freezer glitch. My conscience started to show itself. Let's put it this way. I was training to become a psychopath and I failed. I did not complete the training and didn't become a psychopath. My conscience came back, and the most difficult part for me was, because I had such a great status there, I was a success. I was trusted with the people playing at this level.
Mensen in deze wereld die dus op dat niveau speelden.
To put it carefully, most of these people followed not very mainstream religion. So, you have Catholics, Protestants, all sorts of religions. These people, most of them, were Luciferians. And then you can say, religion is a fairy tale. God doesn't exist. None of that is real. Well, for these people, it is truth and reality. And they served something immaterial, what they called Lucifer. And I also was in contact with those circles, only I laughed at it because to me they were just clients. So, I went to places called churches of Satan.
So now we are talking about Satanism.
Yes. So, I visited these churches, just as a visitor, dropped by. And then they were doing their holy mass with naked women and liquor and stuff. And it just amused me. I didn't believe in any of this stuff, and was far from convinced if any of this was real.
It was just a spectacle to you.
Yes. In my opinion, the darkness and evil is within the people themselves. I didn't make the connection yet. So I was a guest in those circles and it amused me greatly to see all those named women and the other things.
Ik vond het allemaal wel leuk. Al die blote vrouwen en al die dingetjes die daar speelden.
It was the good life. But then at some point, I was invited, which is why I'm telling you all this, to participate in sacrifices. Abroad.
That
was the breaking point. Children.
You were asked to do that?
Yes. And I couldn't do that.
Would you like to stop for a moment, by the way?
No. And then I started to slowly break down. I lived through quite a lot as a child myself, and this really touched me deeply. Everything changed. But that is the world I found myself in. And then I started to refuse assignments within my job. I could no longer do it, which made me a threat. I was no longer capable of functioning optimally. My performance started to shake and I had refused tasks. I had not participated. The purpose of the whole thing, eventually, in that world, is that they have everybody in their pocket. You need to be susceptible to blackmail. And blackmailing me proved to be very hard if I look back on it. They wanted to do that through those children. And that broke me.
Is that, you are not telling me something new, what they also do in politics?
If you Google this, you'll find enough worldwide witness accounts to know this isn't a Walt Disney fairy tale. Unfortunately, the truth is that worldwide they have been doing this for thousands of years. I once studied theology, and even in the Bible you find references to these practices with Israelites. The reason the first 10 tribes were banished to Babylonia was because of these rituals with children, including the sacrificing of children. So this is pertinent. All this made me believe, because I realized there was more to life than meets the eye. There is a whole invisible world. It is real.
I'm not talking. Oh. I don't really know what to say. I've talked about it before in the show, but it's like you get like kind of inundated with this stuff, and something happens in your brain where it just kind of builds up, like it kind of like you get like a fluoride. It calcifies some part of your brain when you hear this sort of stuff so much and see some of the imagery, like the Pizzagate imagery and stuff like that. There's just some part of you that's like, it's like protecting you from it. Like when you first got red pilled, I don't know about you, but when I first got red pilled, I almost lost my mind. When I first realized what was going on in the back, like going on behind the scenes, it like made me it made me crazy. Like when you realize the entire reality that you're functioning in is this, you know, satanic, Talmudic lie, and that you've existed in it your entire life, and that everybody's operating within it and nobody's doing anything about it. You can't live in that. What are we supposed, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what, like, and if I, like, kept my mind in that, I would have probably been in jail by now. Yeah. So you kind of, like, now I see stuff. I see disturbing stuff, and it's like, very rarely does it even pierce me. I just sit there and I look at it. Oh, worst thing I could ever imagine is happening. Right. And I move on. That's bad. That's really bad. But I think it's like a sort of self-defense mechanism. Where it's like, you have to wake up tomorrow. But what if we didn't, you know? What if we just were like, okay, that's it. I'll die. Rather than go another day pretending like this isn't happening. It's like Sam Hyde said, man, these people have names and addresses. Wouldn't take much.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous. But should we live like this? I don't know. I'm not trying, this isn't a call to action, but I'm just saying, would it be better to die trying to stop this? Nick Fuentes said something really interesting yesterday. I saw a clip, and I've unrenounced him because of this clip. I'm a bit of a wiggle worm. But tell me what you guys think of this. Part of me thinks this is good. Part of me thinks this is a way of not doing anything, but I don't know. See what you say.
Hyde Grow Hyper 777 cent $10. Now that the GO...
Man, I'm going to get another copyright struck because of the freaking saxophone in the background.
Really?
Is there a clip of this without the freaking saxophone? I'll just share the clip. You guys can watch it. I'm getting too many copyright strikes. Like every video is copyright strikes lately. I can't live like this. Here. But what he says is, you know what? I'm going to play it. I'm just going to play it. Watch this.
Hyde Grow Hyper.
But this is the last time. I can't be getting all these copyright strikes.
77 cent $10. Now that the GOP is going...
Maybe I'll play it at twice speed and that'll stop it.
In the direction that it is, what is next for America First? Do we need a new third party?
Why don't you just listen to me, because I know more about this than probably almost everybody watching this, so just calm down. Hey, listen, hey, relax, okay? I know the show is meant to induce anxiety and terror so that, you know, we can have political action, but I'm going to walk that back, and let's just relax, and let's just take a deep breath, and let's realize that this has been in motion for a very long time, and actually the plan doesn't really change from day to day. It's kind of crazy how, like, you know, you tell anybody about politics and, you know, they start hyperventilating and they're like, somebody do something, we need to start a third party. It's like, the problem today is the same problem 4 years ago, 8 years ago. Okay, Rome wasn't built in a day. What we need to do is have people get involved because we don't have enough power. There's no AF billionaire yet. There's not a cadre of AF staffers and people there yet. So what everybody needs to do is to go to their local GOP and get involved and begin to infiltrate. Play your cards close to the chest, and people say, you're never going to infiltrate the GOP. We already have. We are everywhere already. Odds are, if you go to your local GOP, you will find groypers. Flip a coin. Wherever you are, if you join a local GOP, if you get involved in politics, you will find groypers. You throw a rock at the RNC, you will find a groyper under the age of 25. It already happened, and it continues to happen. And they discount that because that works. And in 10 years, I know that sounds crazy, but in 10 years, all those people, just by attrition, will level up. History belongs to those that show up. And if you show up and you're a young man, and you don't even need to be
I'm reading you
guys'
guys' chats, just so you know.
It's that simple. It's that easy. Just show up. If you're a young man and you're energetic and you're pleasant to be around and you listen and you follow directions, and if you're just chipper and happy to be there, just show up for 10 years. You will be running wherever you're at. Because it's run by boomers. They're all going to retire and die, and they're looking for young people, and they love to tell young people stories, and they love to be around young people. And if you just show up, they will give you the keys to the kingdom. And just by attrition, it doesn't matter how many gets doxxed. It doesn't matter how many bad things happen. Just by attrition, in 10 or 15 years, we will be running the show. It'll be a different party. And yeah, there'll still be money, and yeah, there'll still be bad things happening at the top, but we will have real political power to call upon. We'll have real clout, real juice to call upon. So trust the process. Trust me, trust the process. Everybody wants everybody to get all amped up. We're gonna have a revolution. We're gonna start a third party. Who are we gonna vote for? Doesn't fucking matter who you vote for. What matters is who has the will, who has the determination, who gives a shit, who actually cares about this stuff enough to show up every day for 10 years. Not a lot of people. But those are the people that are going to be making the decisions. And to the victor go the spoils. So we take it a day at a time, one person at a time. Yeah, we're not going to vote our way out of this. We're also not going to shoot our way out of this. And we're also not going to post our way out of this. But if, slowly and steadily, consistently, over a long period of time, you're posting on Twitter, you're sharing news stories with friends and family, maybe some people are making content. If you're volunteering in your GOP, you're working on the people around you, you're leveling up. In 10 years, it'll be a different party. In 10 years, it'll be a different country. So don't say, how can I just have like a completely non-committal one-time deal and secure victory? There's no way that happens. There's no non-committal one-time donation that you can make to save the country. Like people tell you. You make a donation and they decide the fate of America. The way to save America is in 10, 15, 20 years, we're going to have people that have inherited a lot of money. We're going to have people that have become professionals, rich at the top of the field. We're going to have people that have been in politics for 10 or 15 or 20 years. And then we're going to have something to work with. But right now, we just have no power. There's so few people that are involved. And right now, the attitudes are not good in terms of the attitude nationwide. So we have to recognize that we are in the minority. There is no silent majority. It doesn't exist. Stop believing in it immediately. There is no silent majority. Normies suck. We are radical. We are far more radical than them. And they don't agree with us. But that's okay, because we have minority rule now. The majority doesn't agree with the fucked up stuff that's going on. We have a form of minority rule. We have a group of people that run the country in contravention of what most people actually want. It just needs to...
All right, so you guys are saying no.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say this. I think a couple things about it. One, the Amish took a long time to get to the point we're at right now. That's essentially what they did. They found their way into positions of power slowly and took them over and used them to destroy us. So that is proven to work. But I also see what Lawrence is saying and what Slowboy is saying. But what are you guys talking about doing? What do you guys want to do? Tell me your better idea. He's actively doing something. He's got an army of groypers that are infiltrating positions of power right now. That's something. That's not nothing. What do you want to do? You want to do Patriot Front?
Get strong.
He's telling us to get strong. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I have one plan. Trust God. That's my plan. My plan is trust God. My plan is, in the book of Esther, when they were going to kill the righteous man who refused to bow to the king, or to the essentially a bureaucrat of that time, they they were going to kill him and persecute all the Jews there. And they all fasted and prayed for 3 days. Everyone in the city. And then God handled it. I don't know if it's necessarily up to us to scheme and devise plans, but I do know if we cling to Christ that his will be done. So that's the only thing I can ever think to do. I'm not smart enough. Nick is a lot smarter than me. I'm just an artist. What I could do is I could sit here, tell people to be Orthodox, tell people to be serious about their Orthodoxy, not just like as a meme. And what has always happened throughout history is something that we don't foresee. No political analyst could see it coming. No political analyst saw the Prince of Kiev coming in and destroying Khazaria. Nobody saw that coming. But that grew Holy Orthodoxy massively. So my only plan, I don't have a plan. My plan is trust God. But what he's doing, he has a plan. And it's infiltrating these systems. The only thing I renounce Nick for, Lawrence, is his association with Kanye. And the fact that it illegitimizes everything he says. Otherwise, I think I've always been a fan of Nick. But I renounce him for his association with someone I have zero respect for and who is an exemplar of everything that's wrong with the world. That's the only thing I renounce about him. And also how mean he is to his followers.
But it compromises Nick's entire integrity.
It does compromise his integrity because he is preaching one thing and then glazing Kanye. And that speaks to a deep flaw.
Well, he gets into a plan further in the video, Lawrence.
His plan was to infiltrate. His plan is that they're already multiple years into an infiltration of the positions of power, which is exactly what the Amish do. That's exactly what the Amish do, and it's been wildly successful. So he's basically using their... It's not just the GOP. Y'all are so afraid of being fooled, yo. You gotta take hope where you can find it, you know? There's he's been consistently preaching a message. He's been consistently talking about it. I have a lot of issues with Nick, but he's done more for waking people up than anybody in this chat who is afraid of him fooling them. So annoying, yo. Even if he is a psyop, and I've talked about this before, even if he is a psyop, he has awakened so many people. Pure containment.
What does that mean?
What does Stu Peters call it? He calls it he's got a word for it, a limited hangout. Limited hangout.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
I don't really understand it. It's basically like I'm saying the truth, but it's a trick because I don't get it. What's a limited hangout? What's a limited hangout? A strategy used in politics, intelligence, or crisis management where only part of the truth is revealed to the public to deflect attention. What part of the truth does he not say besides orthodoxy? I don't think he's saying to wait. He didn't. He wasn't saying to wait. He was saying to get active. Watch the whole thing. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because you guys' comments started making me upset. I'm not saying... He didn't say don't do anything. He didn't say sit there and wait. He said continue speaking out, continue getting stronger, and continue getting into positions of power.
They said take care of your body.
What is your... like, Lawrence... Are you black-pilled? Are you just completely black-pilled, or do you want to wig Nat out? Do you want to, like, go crazy and start doing some crazy stuff?
He is in the UK, so maybe it's a different kind of, like, energy.
I'm just asking you honestly. I wish I could get you on call.
That would be cool.
Because I don't think I present myself as the guy with all the answers.
You could do a Twitter call.
You want to do a Twitter call and tell me what you think? No, but I mean, you could be black-pilled about Nick, but like, what kind of energy are you looking for? What, like, the part he didn't say was that he's a bum pumper who campaigned for Laura Loomer.
Yeah,
that's not great. I don't know what Godheart's talking about.
Godheart's weird.
I don't know. I don't like that energy that you guys are bringing. I'm going to be honest. The energy is ignore the good parts of the message and attack the character, the person, even if the things they're saying could be beneficial. That's what leftists do, man. Leftists do that. They ad hominem a person, and even when they say something valuable, it doesn't matter because he's white or because he's part of the patriarchy or because, like, I understand that Nick is super flawed, but these things, man, it's just black. Yeah, it's black pill crap. It's like giving yourself a reason not to try. I'm not with that. I have hope. I have hope. I know that God wins. I don't know how he's going to win, but I know he wins. And if somebody's speaking truth, I don't see that as a loss. And I don't see a reason to attack and completely, like, delegitimize everything he says because he has character flaws. I have character flaws. I'm not good. I'm nothing like good. I just don't get it, man. I don't get that idea. Like, I don't think we should be here competing with each other. I think we should be here trying to find common ground so we can deal with the actual problems at hand. If it turns out that he's a psyop, that he's CIA, and that I've been tricked, I'll move on. It's okay. Do I politically side with Nick Fuentes? He politically sides with you, slow boy, on a lot of these points. There's a lot of overlap between what you politically think and what he politically thinks.
Yeah, and it's kind of creating factions, and maybe that's why the right or...
I don't get this.
Can't really get anywhere.
We're not going to get anywhere if we're just going to sit around and just find reasons to hate everyone. Exactly, Neo Slinky. That's the vibe. It seems like that's the vibe that you guys want to put out there. Like this vibe of like, no, he's not doing it either. No, he's not doing it either. No, none of them are doing it good enough. Well, but yeah, take what you can from it. There's something there. There's something there. I'm not. Y'all talk like we already lost, yo.
In a garden brimming with gold and green, no mosquitoes, no predators, no need. I can see you staring beyond my dreams. I can hear you singing a song of peace as a wave of love washes over me. See the light like diamonds shine through the trees. Every breeze whispers of eternity. I am finally where I'm supposed to be. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. They won't. They won't. They won't. They